So first, I'm going to create a wall, precast wall. Let's say from here, 3,500. Alright, and then create 3D views of part. Okay, so from here, I can now create the opening, create polygon cut. Okay, let's say this one, this, alright, and then create also the 3D views. So I will select this one, polygon cut, 50, 200, okay. Okay, now this cutting, okay, I need to this one, okay, I need to move this one to the surface. It's very important that your handle is at the surface, right? Because that where the binding starts. Okay, so I'll change this one to front, modify, and then this one 150. Okay, and then this cut later on I will create something like an option on the cut, whether left or right. Okay, but at the moment leave it there. But of course, it's also very important that this cut starts from the edge, which is okay, but here I need to remove this one. See, I need to change this one to front and then change this one to 305, which is the length. Alright, so now I'm ready to create now the custom component. First, select everything, which is 3 parts, 2 cuts and 1 main part, right? So 3 here. And then Control F, define custom component. This time this one is a part. Part, it means when you pick 1 point or 2 points, it will create everything. If this one with the hole or cutting or whatever, okay? And then here, let's say we name this one as, let's say as TS underscore wall opening, wall with opening. Okay, next, select next. In the model, select 1 or 2 points. Okay, so I'm going to pick 1 and then 2 and then finish. So that one is my pick points. Okay, now, so it means if I delete this one, everything deleted. So here I choose the part, this one, TS wall with opening, right? So click 1 and then 2. So you have now the TS wall with opening. But the problem is, this one is not parametric yet. Why? I cannot change the height, I cannot change the width, I cannot change the opening size. No control yet. But it's a block already. But it could be useful, it could be useless. It depends on how you want to use it. Huh? So we'll make it more useful. Because this one is useful already if you have a similar type. Okay, so when you change one and then everything changes inside the edit custom component. But we make it more useful, we make it more parametric. Okay, so how? So select this one and then right click, edit custom component. This is how you edit. And then let's move on to this one and then open the variable. Okay? So this one is your component browser, this one is your variable, and this is your view. So first thing first, we can do the binding, okay? Binding to a different planes. There are 5 planes. Bind to component plane, boundary plane, outline plane, cut plane, and center plane. What are those? So boundary plane is the edge. Center plane is at the center. Cut plane is if you have a cut. Component plane is the whole component, bind to the side and then the center of the component. And lastly, the what else? The cut plane, component plane, boundary plane, outline plane, center plane. That's it, 5. Okay? So first, I need to bind this one to the component plane. Here, component plane. Component plane is where I start picking. Pick first point, pick second point. That's the component plane as well, right? So here, pick the component plane. So select the part. What are the things you can bind? Handles and fittings. You can bind that one. Only handles and fittings. So select the wall, and then here, select the first handle. Right click, bind to plane. Okay, so bind to plane where? Here at this side. If I bind that one is my first pick point. So if I click this one, the value will be 0. So it means if I pick this point, the wall is always 0 at this point, unless I put the value here, unless I put an equation here. Okay, but leave it there, 0. Then next, right click, interrupt, select the endpoint, bind to plane here. Okay, so I have 2 pick points. So what happened? What will happen if I close this one and then save? Say yes. Look, here if I click now 1 and then 2, this is my wall. Correct? Because it stopped to the second pick points. If I pick this point to here, look, earlier I had 3,500 only, right? Now this one is 5,000. Look, it's working. But if you notice here, the cuts still stops there. Why? Because I haven't done anything yet for the cuts. I only use the binding on the wall. Okay? So let's delete this one. Oh, sorry. And then right click, edit custom component, and go back here. Okay. Now, let me continue. The next one is the height and the thickness of the wall. The height and the thickness of the wall. Okay? Add parameter. Remember, the height is 3,000 and then 150. So I need, in mathematics, there is an expanded formula and then there's a short equation, expanded equation and short equation. So this one is something like the output, but I want to expand this one, this 3,000 by 150. So how? So first I need to add a parameter, and then I call this one, I put this one as 3,000. Okay, and then call this one as wall height. Okay, and then another parameter, this one is 150, and then I call this one as wall thickness. Okay, and then I combine this one to make a formula, to make an equation. Okay, so add parameter. So this time I will call this one as a profile, because 3,000 and 150 are length, and then to make it a profile, I change the value type to profile. So here, equal sign, int. What is int? Equal sign, int, open close parenthesis, p1 plus, okay, plus, there is a star, right? Star. So plus, double quotation mark, star. So inside the double quotation mark, and then plus int p2. So see, I got already the correct 3,000 by 150, and then this one hide this one because I don't want to show this one in the dialog box. Okay, int integer. So it's a whole number.
This is the programming part.
It's a mathematical part. I don't know if you can say that one is a programming part, but it's not a programming. It's more on the mathematical equation. Okay, but of course they use this one in the programming, right? So, but okay, so now I have already this one. So how can I control this one now? If I change this one to 200, this one become 200, right? But this one, nothing changed, right? So how? 150. So this is how. Select this part. So once you select this part, it will, okay, repress. Select the part, it will highlight this part, right? Go to the general properties and then profile. You need to equate this P3 to this profile. P3. Okay? So it means I'm going to control now the profile using the P3. And the P3 is controlled by using P1 and P2. You get it? Okay, enter. So now, let's try. How about if I make this one 2000? It works. If I change this one to 4500, it works. But the cut still not yet. Okay, we haven't done anything yet, huh? Then here 3000. And then here, if I put here 5500, then there you go. 500 thickness. But the cut still remains intact. Okay? Still clear? Still clear, huh? Clear. Okay. Now, next. For now. It's still now until it finish, I think it should be clear. Okay, next is the let's continue with the cut, this cut. Okay, with this cut. Okay, first we need to do the binding. Okay? We need to make it sure that whatever the thickness of the wall, this handle is always at this surface. So we need to bind this handle to this surface. Okay? So select all the handle by simply pressing the Alt key and then window. You can only select the handle by pressing Alt key and make a window, but you need to select the item first. Huh? Right click and then, okay, before right click, boundary planes. So boundary, it means I need to bind this one to this boundary, to this surface. Okay? So it means it's always flush on the surface. Click. So there will be a value 000, and this one is hidden, which is okay. We don't need to touch anything. Clear? Okay. Now, next is this one. This part is to control the size of the opening. Now, to control the size of opening, it depends on how the user wants to control it. Why? Because there are some user wants to control the size of the opening by simply putting this value and putting this value. The other user, they want to control putting this value, but they want to control the size of the wall, the size of the opening. Do you get what I mean? So it means, where do you want to put the parameter? Here, here and here, or here and here? So you want to key in the width of the opening. Of course, if you want to key in the width of the opening, it's either you also want to input the edge distance, right? One of the edge distance. Okay? So are we clear? We want to key in the width and the height of the opening. So in that case, of course, because the formula will be different. Huh? Okay, so let's do let's bind this one first. Alt key, bind these two handle, right click, and then bind from here. Okay? So there will be a value 600. So this 600, I'm going to add parameter and then copy this 600 here. Right? And then D7 and D8, I'm going to control that one using the P4. and then this one will be equals to P4. Okay? So copy this one and then P4. Okay? So what happened is, if I change this one to 200, I can control now. Correct? So change it back to 600.
It's included on the profile.
Hmm?
It's included on the profile that you, because that's not the profile, you equals it to P. That's not the
No, this one is only for the cut. This is the cut.
But it actually you already.
Yeah, because the cut is the cut of the profile. Yeah? Okay, so now, do I need to show this one? No, hide. Just press H, select, and press H. And then this one, do I need to show? Yes, show in the dialog box. So, show in the dialog box means this one, I can just simply put here opening from edge or edge distance or opening, I don't know, it depends on how you want to call this one. Let's say edge distance. Okay, clear? So how to see this one? If I close this one again, say yes. So now if I click on this, so double click, so I have now the control here. Wall height 5,000, modify. Now why this one goes down? Because of this position. This one need to be front, this one need to be left. Okay, clear? So change this one to 3,000 again. Still get it? Or you lost signal? Still okay, ah? So select and then edit custom component and then go back to this one. Alright? So let me continue. Okay, now I have to select again this one and then bind this one to where? Bind here, correct? So 3,000. So in this case, I need to add a parameter and then call this one as the opening width. Okay?
Binding to the opening itself, to this side opening.
No, you cannot bind that one. So you need to bind that one to that surface because you cannot bind that one to its own cut.
So you need to include the 600 lah.
Yes, that's right. That's I'm going to do here. So what is the opening width? 3,000 minus 600, how much? 24. So if I key in 24, the 24 is my opening width. So now how to equate that one to D9 and D10? So it means P4, okay? So this one should be equals to P4 plus P5. Okay, and then hide this one. So look, if I change this one to 1,500, change this one to 24. One edge is fixed, the other one doesn't, because you want to key in the value of the opening. Okay, now for the height, it's the same thing. For the height, it's the same thing. So, I just need to... Okay, let me just quickly do this one. Earlier, I bind that one by one. Now, I will bind that... Anyway, I know already the value. So, I will bind it here. So, I have two values here. I have two values, 900 and 24. Okay? So, again, 900... This one is edge opening from bottom. Okay, so this one should be equals to P6. Copy equals to P6. So hide, this one hide. So again, add another. So this one is 1.5, which is the opening height. Alright? And then this one should be equals to P what? Plus P. Okay, very good. There you go. You always copy the value, so as much as possible it will be the same. Then you change it later. Let's say this one is 2 meters. Okay? Clear? Now, the question is, the next one is, if I change the thickness to 200, see? Doesn't work, right? So I need to change it back to 150. Now, look. The profile of the cut is equal to BL 150. Okay? We have already the thickness. So how we need to create an equation that creates the BL 150 according to the thickness of the wall. So all I have to do is add parameter and then change this one to profile. Okay? Then here should be equals to what is the BL 150? P2, right? P2. So this one equals to double quotation mark BL plus INT P2. Oh, sorry. BL 150 now. Which is the wall thickness. So whatever the wall thickness, this will change, and then I need to equate this P8, okay? Hide this one. And then I need to equate this P8 to this opening, cut part, okay? Here, select the opening, the cut, change this one to P8. There you go. So now, whatever the thickness of this one, even 500, Clear? So last is this one. Again, same thing. Okay? Alt key, bind to the top, then 0. It's okay. Then the other one, Alt, copy, Alt, bind here, keep it there. Okay? Now here, do you want to control the skin size, right? Not the cut. Okay, so in this case, I will just simply select this one and then right click here, bind here. So that one is the skin. So you type here concrete top skin. Okay, whatever naming is that. So here equals to P9. Copy P9. Then hide this one. Okay? And then lastly, this bottom bind to here. Alright? And then I can call this one now as, this one is 200. So top cut height equals to P10. Hide and then hide. Now there's one more problem. How to control the length of the cut. Okay, remember this one, if I change this one to 500, now it changed, right? If I change this one to 100, okay, so that one is my cut, right? So 50 and then 200. But the thing is, how about the length? Because if my if it is shorter, then it's okay because it still remain the same length of the cut. But if the wall length is longer, then the cut is shorter. Okay, so how to link this one with the length of the wall? But okay, before that one, I need to select this link, and then I need to bind this one to this surface. Okay, so that it will not move there. So keep it 0. Now for the length, first we need to create this distance, add reference distance. So what is this add reference distance? Select the wall, okay? Click on this one. So the first, pick the plane to bind to. So select the plane. So let's say I select this plane and then select the point. So there you go. So there is a reference distance 3,500. Automatically, it will create a D27, okay? Then I need to create now again the BL, this BL 35. So how? So it means add parameter. Again, I will copy the copy this formula, change this one to P, and then here change this one to D27. So BL35, and then hide. Clear? Then here I can just simply what I call that, bind this one or equate this one, PL, select the P11 or this, select the cut, and then equate this P11 here, and there you go, and that's it. So once I close this one, I have already a new item here. So look, if I select this one to this, the cut, right? So if my opening here is 8,000, modify. So I have now the new. Okay, so thickness 250, modify. Front, left, modify, and then the height 5,000, modify. So your cut still there. So your cut, let's say 100, 100, modify, and then here let's say 500, modify. So I have now this this cut. Clear? Okay, now another thing is, what if I don't want this cut at the top? How to remove that one? Okay, so look, if I, okay, another thing here, if I change this one to blank, it will restore to the original value. Okay, now how to make an option? Okay, so here, edit custom component. This one is just simply add a parameter and then say this one as yes, no. So let's say 1. So you ask with top cut, question mark, yes or no. With top cut, yes or no. Okay, so this P12, copy, and then select the top cut, general variation. Alright, and then close it. So now, if I say with top cut, if you say no, then no. With opening, yes or no. You can create 2 opening. With 2 opening, then yes and no. This one is the very the basic of the parametric. Okay, so that's it.